Hello, ladies and germs. Presidential candidate Delatorre here. First off, thanks you for coming to my channel and subscribe and all that junk if you want. I woke up this morning, man, I was checking my emails and I seen that unfortunately our president, old mumbling, stumbling, loses way around the stage Joe Biden, ended up flying his plane way off course and ended up landing in the Ukraine. This is really bad. Beyond bad. A lot of people don't know this, but when the United States president lands in a country like the Ukraine that is not part of NATO and it's not part of the UN as far as being part of, our alliance that we have with all these other countries, what it does is it supersedes the paperwork and pretty much brings them in as indentured members of NATO. And anything that happens over there now, most likely, I would say, is if I got my information right, which I think I do, we're going to have to back them up. Americans. Not the 3 million people that came across that border. They're not joining the military. But I tell you what, this is a mess. This president needs to be impeached. He is a hazard to the entire United States and now global. A hazard to the global community at large. This is the very first step to global war with Russia. He's not going to stop at Ukraine. We get in a mess with him, from what I understand. China's backing them up. They've been trading under the table with each other for fuel and resources. China's about to collapse. We really need to fix this. And you can't do it by voting in people that have been career politicians and doing what they're doing all their lives because they're sold out. You need people who are not sold out. I'm not sold out. I got my own cash and I don't owe anybody anything. So I would be the bridge between the two parties because I'm not a Democrat nor am I a Republican. Just a regular guy who goes around, makes his own money and travels international and owns his own business and all kinds of other great stuff that you are not doing probably. Regular stuff that men do. Real men. I ain't wearing a dress. I ain't putting on makeup. No. Might put a little bit on for the camera if we get to that point where I got to be on stage in some sort of debate. But I'm going to tell you what, America, you need to wake up. You need to not vote for these people next time. And I'm telling you, your best option is me. Wouldn't it be nice if the president walked up to Vladimir Putin, spoke to him in his own language? I would do that. Wouldn't it be nice if the president of the United States could have a conversation with the president of Mexico in his own language? I could do that too. If everybody was suddenly to go deaf across the entire world, myself, as well as all the rest of the deaf people out there, would take over because I speak sign language also. So many things. I'm talented. I got skill. I suggest you elect me in 2024. I don't have the kind of millions of dollars it takes to get on the ballot. It'd be nice if I was on the ballot come that election, but you could take a pen and write it in, or maybe not. Apparently, you don't have to graduate or pass SATs or anything to prove you can actually write or spell or do math. This is the whole collapse of everything that was built. Look at everything around you that was built and imagine that it was all just destroyed, burnt to a cinder, because that's the direction we're going with this president. Just do this. Look around, look at the sky, look at everybody having a good time at the park, singing and playing and running around, and just close your eyes. That's how quick it disappears, guys. This president's going to bring nuclear war. He is bent on it. It seems the destruction of America seems to be his goal. And America has the longest living, most successful constitution in the history of man, the United States Constitution. The one that gives all these government officials their supposed authority that they keep infringing upon and creating their own government and their own laws and their own rules that supersede and infringe upon. It's ridiculous. Americans, we have the right to abolish this government if we want to because we're Americans. If they're stepping outside of their mandate, if they're not doing what they're supposed to and not following the same laws you and I are supposed to, then that's not a government. That's not servants. Those are dictators. Okay? That's a highness, like the royalty. They're higher than you when they're really not. They're lower than you. They're public servants. We need to get them under control. The only way to do that is to have somebody who's going to veto the dumb stuff and go along with the good stuff. That's me, 2024. Candidate Delatorre. Thank you for coming to my channel. Tell other people about it. Subscribe if you want to. I don't care. I have my own money I run my candidacy on. And I've been traveling across the entire West Coast, and I was trying to go to the East Coast. Unfortunately, act of God, that whole place turned into a giant, oh my God, it was just like being in Alaska during the winter. Rain, tornadoes, snow, ice, car wrecks. It was a mess. Oh my God. So we're gonna put a hold on that until probably sometime this summer. I'll get out there eventually and campaign, like I've been doing the entire West Coast. So hopefully somebody sees this video that is sensible and just really wants to change things for the better, whether you're Democrat or Republican. Put a no confidence vote on all of them by voting for me. That's the equivalent of what writing my name in would be. It would be like no confidence. I'd rather have this guy do it. And after you get to know me through my YouTube channel and all the other things that I'm able to do and that I've been doing and that I will bring to the table, I'm sure in 2024 you'll take a pen and write it in. And with that said, if you can't take a pen and write it in, you're not voting. Somebody's flicking the switch for you. I guess just like the fake news, they'll tell you what to think, and I guess since just like a lot of these elections are rigged for sure, they're gonna vote for you. So first, go to your state elections committees, get that election board under control, non-biased, non-partisan. Nobody has a stake in it other than to make sure the ballots are correctly counted. And one day vote. Get them in, count them, that's a wrap. If you don't vote by that day, you don't get a vote, and you have to be American. You can't have people from other countries come in here and vote. I don't get a vote in Russia. I don't get a vote in, the Venezuelan elections in South America. I don't get a vote in the Australian elections. These people that are not American citizens don't get a vote. That's one of the problems we have, is willy-nilly. You let these people cross the border, they get an apartment, they get some welfare, they get free food, they get a job, they get an ID, they're registered to vote. Next thing you know, we have socialism, we have communism, we got Marxism. That's not what's happening in America, guy. We're a capitalistic nation, and that is what drives innovation. That is what drives the ability to move forward and not be stagnant. And I'm bringing that, innovation. I'll eradicate pollution. We will 90% get rid of homelessness under my watch. We'll provide a viable, economical, virtually inexhaustible source of electricity and maximize on this new fuel source that I'm going to bring to you. We will regenerate, rejuvenate, and restore the terraformed environment. And guess what, ladies and germs? It isn't your cars. I'm telling you. It's not the cars that cause this environmental problem, and it's not industrial age. It's these freaking wars. Think about it. Look at Chernobyl. That's a nuclear bomb going off, like I said, every 5 minutes or so. Then don't stop. Look at the contamination that's there. You can't live there, you'll die. You want the whole world to be like that? Just keep the course we're going. But with that said, we'll be able to move forward in all arenas. The agri-filter power plant is going to be able to get us back to where we should be. It'll rejuvenate the workforce. It'll give people a purpose. It will solve the issues we have. There's a lot of other things that I'm going to bring as well. I just want you all to know that, this election, you really need to think. Don't be thinking with your anger. Don't be thinking because you hate this guy or that girl or this color or that race or whatever is your hang up. Give it some thought. This country's got to make it. It's the only thing stopping New World Order is America and the Constitution. Everybody else is under rule. They're under rule of actual emperors and dictators, etc., etc. America's not. We need to fix it. Stock ammo, buy a gun, defend yourselves. Stay strong. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and all that good stuff. Anyways, God bless. See you on the next video. By the way, with that said, I've been off of the tube for a while because of, bureaucracy. There's a paper trail. You got to file with the Federal Elections Committee. You got to file your statements every quarter. You have to keep on top of stuff. And, when I'm traveling and doing all that other stuff, I had to learn their spreadsheet and the way to file these receipts that are massive. I spent a lot of money. But with that said, now I'm back, and as soon as I can edit the other videos that I have, I'll start uploading those. So you all be safe and God bless, and thank you for listening to me, and thank you for watching. And like I said, take a pen and write it in. Humanity and all life on earth might depend on it at this point, but as for me, I'm at the park enjoying a beer, smoking a little something, and relaxing because I'm low stress. I'm cool on Christ and good with God. You might want to think about doing that too. Peace. Have a good day. God bless. Vote 2024.